Hey guys,
All right.
welcome back. We've got Darcy and Lane here today with our next episode of 10 Minute Fitness. How you going today, Lane?
Good. How you going, mate?
Yeah, good. You been up to much?
Oh, my alternate training methods. Been doing a bit of that. How about you?
I've been training a bit, like a lot, as in my elbows are feeling a lot better than last week.
Yeah.
I just had a bit of release work done on them. Shout out
Yeah.
to James. And then
James. Oh,
I've been,
James. Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
I know James. Big
he did a good job.
James.
They're feeling pretty good. They're feeling pretty
Maybe
good.
we can have James on next time. We should have
Yeah,
James on next time.
that'll be all right. But I've been training heaps. I've been jumping heaps and practicing dunking a fair bit in the backyard, and it's probably the best it's been, which is really good. I have tapered off my running though, so that might be why.
So your legs aren't as tired and they're more springy then.
Legs aren't as tired, and I reckon I've come across a good key exercise for the jumping, and it's called a one leg functional calf raise. You heard of them before?
Ooh, no. Care to
No.
explain?
So pretty much you start on the step. You've got your foot hanging, like your heel hanging off the step, and you'll reach back
Yeah.
like a single leg deadlift, and then you swing your knee up. So your knee starts bent. You swing
Oh,
your
okay.
other knee up, come up into a
Yeah.
full calf raise, full knee extension, and full hip extension at the same time.
I get that. So it's kind of like a skip on a step, letting your calf stretch out.
It is, but you're not letting it stretch fully at the bottom. So you'll start at neutral and you'll hold neutral, so it's isometric on the way down, and then you'll come up and then you'll hold for a second or two up the top. But what it's helped with is jumping off my left foot has been pretty garbage, but it's really helped get I suppose called flow or that contraction altogether up the top, and being able to get that knee really coming through and driving through, giving me a lot more power. And I've actually been dunking off my left foot now as well, which has been a big improvement. Like, you should have seen it was pretty bad.
Well, hopefully you put some recordings up.
Yeah, I'll have to record them. They're not as impressive as the other ones, but they're still all right. What have you been doing? How's your training been going?
Training's been going well. Been doing my kettlebells,
Yeah.
doing my 200 swings for 10 minutes, every minute on the minute. So cardio is coming up, doing my sprints. Though I had a bit of a mishap, didn't warm up properly, and the ankle played up. You know how when your ankles are stiff, and I run barefoot, so it puts added load on that dorsiflexion.
Now getting a bit sore. How are they feeling now?
It's all right, but I'll give it a bit of rest. But yeah, you can definitely see the improvements in your cardio and all your physical functions just by adding things that you lack. So I was definitely lacking cardio.
Yeah, that's definitely alternative training for you. And I see you've been doing some gym ring stuff too.
Gym ring, yeah. So that's actually quite basic equipment, and you just need something to hang it off. But you can get a full body workout. Maybe not legs, but anything from the trunk up to the shoulders is going to get a good workout. So heaps of abs, heaps of lats, shoulders, even chest. So all the good stuff on your upper body. But that's also improving too. And yeah, it just gets better, easier each week. I think just having a direction on where your training is going, even if it's alternate training.
Yeah, I think that's really good. And that was something we sort of had a chat about covering today, is really sort of zooming out a little bit. So looking where you want to get to. Now's a really good opportunity if you've had, say, sore joints, or if there's something you've been looking to do, which may not necessarily be, it doesn't have to be gym based. Like mine's gone really towards jumping and being able to dunk and throw down a few different dunks, and looking at where you want to get to, which is called
some goal setting.
Yeah, goal setting. So that's our outcome goal, and what it does is it really helps create an endpoint where we want to get to and what we can celebrate, and then we look back to where we want to get to along the way, like the things that we need to do in order to get to where we want to be. So those are our little process goals. So process goals are something you might do each day or each week. A week's a really good way to look at it, that if you're doing them and you tick them off, you're going to be able to get to where you want to be. That's really important with this kind of stuff. And I've got some content that we'll put out with that as well, where you can fill out your own outcome goal and process goal, and we can help if people need help in terms of just a bit of guidance, because it's important that you have it really specific, that you know when you've been able to achieve it. If it's very broad, like build muscle or lose weight, there's not really, like, lose weight's a bit different because there's a number on that, but you want to know how much is the key for that.
Exactly. Something measurable. It goes back to those SMART goals, right?
Yeah, and the more measurable it is, the better as well. And then with it being so long term, the process goals just really keep you accountable. So it's something like, for me with my dunking, I know that my process goals are to be practicing jumping and dunking twice a week. And then also I've got my lower body strength sessions 2 times a week. They're not very hard, like for 4 times a week. It's not very hard training, but
hey, it's working. You can dump on the left foot.
Yeah, it's come along really well. So I know that if I'm doing that, it's going to be something that's really going to further me along, and it just keeps me in check each week too, that I know that I'm doing something to help me work towards it. Have you got any, like, a bit of direction about what you're looking to do at the minute?
Yeah, of course. So my aim is to increase my cardiovascular at this point in time, because it's been really poor in the past. But mine aren't as measurable because I'm not planning to run 10Ks. But
I'd like to see that actually, like an Instagram live, you running 10Ks.
Oh, it's going to be horrible. I reckon it's going to be more horrible than your left foot dunk when you started.
You should have said I was probably getting about 10 centimeters off the ground with those left foot jumps.
But my process goals is the kettlebell swings. If I do that at least 3 times a week, so that would equal to 600 swings a week, and then sprinting at least 2 to 3 times, minimal 2 times a week. So that way I'm going to do some short, fast sprints and then some longer distances, about 200 meters at a medium pace. So just increasing my cardio overall. And I can actually feel that. It's been, let's say, how long since we're not allowed out of the house? 3 weeks?
3 weeks, yeah, not too long.
You can definitely feel it. Been pretty consistent for the last 2-3 weeks. And it kind of carries over to other aspects of training. So I fortunately have a bit more access to equipment, and when my cardio has improved, or at the moment, you can actually feel like you're going to get more out of your lifting or whatever you're doing, like gymnastics rings.
Yeah, that's it's pretty good, the sort of carryover from cardio to the weights, and the weights to the cardio as well, with strength really good for runners and that kind of stuff as well. I like how 200 meters is endurance for you.
It's coming less and less endurance, all right? But I'm getting there. Maybe I should aim to run a lap of a footy oval.
That'd be good. That'd be what, about bit over 400 meters?
400. I'll give it a go, actually. Might give it a go tomorrow. See how that goes. Make that my long distance.
But I think that's really good how we've sort of got I think if you aim for 1 to 2 outcome goals, and they don't always have to be training based. If you've got one training based and one in other aspect of life, it's up to you for that kind of stuff. And then the process goals, for every outcome goal you've got, if you've got 2 process goals, that will really keep you on track. It's something that it keeps you accountable, and you'll be able to get to where you want to be as well, is the other thing with that too.
Starting from next week or whenever I like to begin, create 2 process goals and 2 outcome goals.
And what we'll do is I'll put up a template for that as well. So whether you want to screenshot it or just copy it down, there'll be a template with spots for two process goals, and you don't have to use both of them, and then 3 outcome goals in that as well. So it's something which you can have a look at as well. Now, we've had a listener's question right in today. I think this one's for you, Ang. It's from Cassandra in Ringwood. Cassandra wants to know why home workouts are giving her DOMs and why the gym workouts before the home workouts weren't.
Well, have a special guest here as well. And so that's a relatively common theme when you switch up your workouts. And a lot of people talk about that muscle confusion and keep the body guessing to create that kind of DOMS effect, right? But are DOMs really necessary for progress? And my answer is yes and no. It just means that what you're doing, it's something new and novel to your body. So if it's new and novel, you're obviously going to have an effect on the body that's, not it's not accustomed to. So therefore, you might get increased DOMs. So it could happen from just, adding an extra set of squats because it's not used to that load and volume, or it could happen because you've ran 10Ks and you've never ran 10Ks in your life.
Or 200 meters.
So, anything novel. So just say all your home workouts, you have to resort to a lot of high reps, a lot of different angles, a lot of single limb stuff. You're going to get sore. You're going to definitely get sore just because you're not ready for that or you're not used to that. But I promise you, Cassandra, it's going to get better, like me running 10Ks.
Well, there you go, Cassandra. That's a pretty good answer for you there. We're at 11 minutes now. We've done pretty well today.
Oh,
it's gone really quick. But
call it 11 minutes.
we might have to keep we'll have to keep changing it up. I reckon we just keep talking for longer and longer. But we've covered a fair bit today, and I think that goal setting is a really good thing to look at, and having that template there to really help you out is something that's going to be really beneficial. So if you guys need help with this kind of stuff as well, feel free to reach out. We're more than happy to help brainstorm a few ideas and just give a bit of guidance on which direction might be a good one for you.
Yeah, definitely. Especially you don't know when this is going to end. It's a great time to set those goals.
And that's all right. And that's it from us today. We'll be back next week with some more content, some more alternative training. We'll run out one day, I think. But thanks for listening, guys, and we'll talk to you next week.
Stay safe.